Hi, my name is Mitsu. I lost my job in May, partly due to the corona shock. However, I'm not depressed about it. In fact, I've been feeling liberated rather than depressed. Originally, I was thinking of quitting the company I used to work for. The corona has accelerated the timing of my decision, in my opinion. Personally, I didn't think the corporate job was the right way for me to work. There may be differences in the way of working between Japan and other countries, even for the same company employee, but as a company employee in Japan, I couldn't accept the way of company worked and the value of the work I was doing at my previous company. I'm not going to do a shitty job for my boss for no reason and do unproductive work for him. I don't know if it's okay to do it, even though times are going on and on. For this company, for this boss, is it right to be wasting time? That's the kind of impatience and struggle I had in my heart. In August of last year, I developed depression due to the stress of my job. Until then, I had been contributing greatly to the company. The proof of this that when I get depressed, the company's revenue was cutting half while I was looking for a job for a month. But I hated myself for worrying about it, because I thought I'm contributing so much to the company. I didn't realize how much I was contributing to the company. I'm better at my job than my boss. What a disgraceful figure I am, looking down on my company and my bosses, while asserting myself to be unemployed. Now that I have become, I think, you may be wondering how you are going to make ends meet after losing your job. In Japan, there is something called unemployment allowance. The period you can receive it depends on your age and how long you have been working, but it takes about 3 to 9 months. You can get it for a month. In my case, it's 6 months. I worked for my previous company for 8 years. You will be paid about 60% of your average wage for the past 12 months. However, there is a limit. So, for example, a person with a monthly income of 1 million yen can't get 100,000 yen, but approximately the maximum is about 1,600,000. So you will be paid up to 1,600,000 yen no matter how much you make. For me, my salary was 36,000 yen and my take-home pay was 29,000 yen. So the amount of money I can receive for 6 months is about 1,600,000 yen. I will use this as my living expenses. That's about it as far as living expenses go. The first thing I want to tell you is not about money, but about the importance of living your life as you are. I have never been able to be myself in my life as a company employee. Rather, I was living my life playing the role of someone who was wanted by the company and my boss. I asked myself, what do you want to do with your life? Or, what is your favorite things to do? What's your hobby? I couldn't answer the question, what do you think? Because I had lost sight of my true feelings. In fact, I didn't have time to face my true feelings, and I didn't need it. Once I faced my true heart, I found myself in contradiction with my role as a member of society, and my way of life became I couldn't understand it. But I couldn't keep fooling myself forever. More and more people are getting life that is their own, and the opportunities for exposure through social media. Increasingly, what kind of life do I want to live? The question, "What do you want to do with your life?" began to cross my mind. The frequency of these questions increased, and at some point, I began to have a strong desire to get my life back. In order to do so, I knew that I needed to change my current work environment first, and I was preparing to leave my job. It is a means of securing an income in the form of a side hustle. It is a way to secure an income in the form of side hustle. However, it didn't work out because I didn't have the skills, knowledge, or experience in business, and I didn't have the income. I was struggling to make it. Then there was this Corona fiasco, and I was the one who had found out that the company was aware of my intention to leave. So you were the first to be interested. Even though the timing may not be of your own volition. If you hadn't resigned in this way, you'd be cheating and retiring. I think that time has been passing without taking any action too. So I am grateful for this restructuring for me. If possible, I would like to live my life by doing what I want to do instead of taking a job I want to put in. I know there will be many difficulties and criticisms in doing so, but I believe that this is the true life for me. A life made by others, a life that acts without will of its own, is a dead life. I have been reborn through this unemployment. This is the beginning of a new journey. I will be using YouTube to share my philosophy on life in Japan and to share my life with the world. I would like to. And why English? I want to reach more people. Japan is too small, and Japanese people are stereotyped. It's a living thing. So I use internet translation function to create English text and then read it out loud and tell it in English. I may not be able to pronounce it well, but I hope many people can see it. I hope to see you again next time. Thank you for watching.